Congratulations, black people. And I'm talking about black people from everywhere, all over the world. Congratulations. You played yourself. You played yourself. Because I would never understand, us as black people, why we don't like anything black. We are like detrimentals to our own self. Like, I remember back in the days, right? We used to say we don't have no black TV shows. We don't have no black this. We don't have no black that. But then we got it. We got it. The Lord blessed us with it. And then guess what we do? Now, because we're so self-hating, black people, we sit in our miserable house. We don't support. We don't go to. We just sit on the internet and cancel. So congratulations, black people. Congratulations. We have no more BET awards. We have no more hip-hop awards. We have nothing. Rap music is going through the like nobody listens to rap no more like that. You know? So I guess this is why I'm saying congratulations. We always play ourselves. We do. Because we are so brainwashed to like everything white and nothing black. I was watching you guys on this here internet. And can I even say it's Beyonce internet anymore? Because I feel like Beyonce is going out too. You know, I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Like, black people, why are we like this? But I'm glad you're happy because everything is getting canceled. We're going back into those days where we're not going to have nothing black for us. Nothing. Nothing. If our leaders is always eating everything, all the money and stuff, we don't have good leaders. We don't have good role models. We don't have good couple goals. We don't have nothing. Nothing. Because hateful black people sit home on the internet and just hate all day and just cancel. And then when we open up a business as an individual, oh, I will own car. They don't support. Oh, I will own car. Now you want support? Now you want us there? But when it was other people, what was you doing? You was in your house praying on their downfalls, right? So, okay. So, congratulations. No more BET Award. No more Essence. No more hip-hop award. I love it. Our black artists probably are going to starve. I don't know, because what they're going to do when they can't do shows. What they going to do? Because we don't have no more black venue. You don't want nothing for us. And I just wish that black people could come on this app and really tell the truth, right? Y'all don't want to see black people prosper. It's not the white man this time. It's not. It's not, oh, whitey doesn't want to see us prosper and stuff. Black people don't want to see black people prosper. Crazy.
Yes. And what? I've been coming to you for 9 years. And what? What you mean, and what? That's not how you're supposed to operate. You asked me for a discount. I didn't ask you for a discount. And now you want more? And now you want more? No, I don't like you could have leave. You could take like you can stay that long. She was here before you, like everybody. She just did me. And now you want more? And I said I have to be right. I did that. For everybody. You're just the only one. Since you're sitting here, you just asking me. Talk like you know what? Let's go talk like adults. I don't have time to talk. Okay, well, I don't know what to say to you. I'm trying to handle it like I said I don't have no problem with tipping her. I said, girl, I'm not asking you. I'm not a girl. I'm not a girl. You took her hair. But now you're asking more and more and more. I never asked. And I already gave you a discount because you have been asking that. I brought my own hair. That's not my fault. You can sit here for that hours. I don't have no problem in the situation.
I would be completely honest in saying that I was one of those black people that always said black Americans did not have culture. I was born in Brooklyn. My family migrated here from the country of Haiti. So I don't claim being American, to be completely honest. But after watching the Hurricane Katrina documentary, I will never say that black Americans don't have culture. In that documentary itself, the culture, the traditions, the wealth, just the movement that was going on in New Orleans just shows the great wealth of black people. And then I think about the discord that was going around the Essence Fest and why they were upset that Africans were taking over the events that were going on. They were more African centered than they were black American centered. It makes perfect sense. New Orleans has a culture. New Orleans has traditions. They have a way of celebrating themselves as black people, and they don't want that to be washed away. And what happened at Essence triggered them to what happened at Katrina, because that's what they tried to do, is wipe out black people, is wipe out their black culture. So at the end of the day, it doesn't help me as a black person breaking down another black culture just because I'm not familiar with it, and just because I don't necessarily like the way white America moves. It's not black America that I'm mad at. It's the Anglo assassins. It's the motherfucking colonizers, right? So although we are the same, we are very different. Ghanaians are different, Nigerians are different, Haitians are different, Jamaicans are different, Trinidadians are different. People from New Orleans are much more different than the people from Alabama. The people from Alabama are much more different from the people from Dade County, Florida. So that's also another takeaway from the Hurricane Katrina documentary, is that black culture is real and is very deep rooted, and we need to celebrate that. I can continue celebrating my Haitian culture and my Caribbean heritage and not put down black American culture. And I encourage people of the diaspora to do the same thing. Educate yourselves and talk to people who are from these places, rather than bunching Americans as a whole and saying that they don't have culture, because them pink people don't, them pale, clear people don't. But black people for sure do. As you can see, they continue to mimic and try to duplicate us, which means we're onto something.
America destabilizes many countries. They do everything to keep other cultures down so they can stay on top and do a little research. But I love you. If you had done your research, you wouldn't have came over here with me. If you had done your research, you would know better than this. But come on, get this work. See, unlike you, I came to your platform and I realized that you had a dog in the fight because, well, you got the Jamaican flags up. See y'all across the diaspora. You want to be black when it's necessary. You want to be black when you're in the United States using my resources. You want to be black when you're appropriating a culture. Melanin doesn't make you a black woman. Just like melanin don't make me African, Jamaican, Caribbean, or Haitian. So cut it out. But y'all across the diaspora sit around like the knights at a round table, and your whole conversation is the black woman. But you ain't got no smoke for that black dick you take now, do you? So America came to your house, destabilize the economy because you allowed them to come in knowing historically what it is that they do, and you consistently calling a black woman stupid. Then you come to the United States and you check the box that's meant for me so that you can receive the same benefits that I receive as a black woman, get your education and everything else. And once you get your education and you have squeezed out everything that you can get from the black woman in resources, information, helping you navigate the system, in empathy and sympathy, because she really want to see you win, you turn around and take a steaming hot on her. And then on top of that, you stop checking that black box and start checking the Jamaican box. Let me tell you what y'all doing. What you're doing is checking the black box. In about 10 years, 5 years, they will think that black people got more welfare and benefits than anybody else. And what they'll see is, because after your success using you check your box. And so you've been over to the United States, you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, and the world will look at the black community and want to know why the black community can't make it. We don't have but one box we can check. And we don't even care that you don't like us. We just wish that you didn't like us from your house. Imagine y'all coming to my house, wiping your feet on my mat, using my resources, me showing you hospitality and giving you accommodations, and you still show me. Let me tell you what I'm hearing. The United States comes over and they prey on you. And you learn from the master, so you come to the United States and you prey on the black community. Why you ain't preying on white folks? Oh, that's right. It's because the black community is just stupid. They think anything with melanin in their skin is a part of their family, and you take advantage of that. So why you ain't hating me from your house? But then you couldn't stop there. When I said that I didn't belong in the ghetto, you said, was I rich? You said, do I travel? Whether I travel or not, whether I'm wealthy or not, it's just some spaces that I'm not supposed to be in. And being in a space where people don't give about the free accommodations that they being given, I ain't got no business in that space. I ain't got no business with this mindset around me, surrounded by this type of mindset. Ma'am, don't come over here giving me answers to questions that I didn't ask. Whether I'm rich or whether I travel, I ain't taking shit, I said. Now get the phone.
To I want to say maybe this might be the last video, or maybe I might have put it as the first video, I'm not sure. But the lady that you see directly in front of you, I know myself, I drink coffee. But at the same, you know what, I'm not actually going to do that. Nope, not going to do that. Let me just go to the main point. Now, in my fair share of doing online media, I myself have critiqued the black community. I've said a variety of things, right? Some of which, people have disagreed with. But there's a place and a time to do those types of things. This is not one of those times. Not at all. What she's trying to do, as the person that she is, because if you paid close attention to the video, you'll notice a nice amount of flags directly down there. None of those have to do with black Americans at all. None of those flags have to do with black Americans at all. So I'm like, so who really are you trying to speak to? Right? Because at no point in time did she state who it is that she is, right? Lineage, where it is that she's from, who her parents are from, how long she didn't state none of that. She wanted to make a quote unquote blanketed statement I'm talking about all black people. Like, yeah, thanks black people for not sitting up there supporting and wanting to, ruin this for every. No. I want people to understand. I've been on this internet enough and long enough to understand that Africans do not get online and just start blatantly making blanketed statements about their people. Caribbeans do not get online, and Jamaicans don't get online. Like I said, we can keep going directly through here. Other groups of people do not get online and make this a thing that they do, and they just want to rah. No. This is something that black Americans do, right? Because when we feel a certain type of way about our family, our friends, and whatnot, or whatever, we're like, yo, we just about to air this out. It don't matter how it look, we want to air it out. We're going to put it directly out there, right? So you see this person deciding to take that from black Americans, wrap it up, and use it as if they're talking about every single group. Nobody's trying to blame Haitians for the reason why the BET is, I guess, from what she's stating, is canceled, and why rap is the way it is. Nobody's talking about the group. Nobody's talking about the Jamaican. Nobody's talking about the Africans. Nobody's talking about the UK black. Nobody's mentioning those other groups. So again, people have to pay very close attention to the words that people use and how they use it, and how they frame a lot of these things, because people will try and throw you for a loop. That's the best way I can put it at this moment in time, because I need some coffee. But yeah, people will really try to throw you directly for a loop. And I want to be very clear to those out there who are not black American. What is happening at this moment in time is the same thing that I've stated before. If sacrifices have to be made. It's not going to really impact black Americans because we've been without. It's you all who have not been without. The reason why you got a BET, the reason why we got Essence and Jet Magazine and all of these other things is because black Americans established, created, fought for these things in order to have a representation in a white world. That's why those things exist, or existed. And because those things existed, you guys were able to exist, right? People were able to find out about you, learn more about you. We made sure that anybody that looked like us, we were going to add you directly in there because we understand what representation is. So just like we don't get represented, we know for sure that you're not getting any type of shine, any type of representation, when it deals with the outside world. The only time that people might be really fixated or focused on you is if maybe some famine strikes, maybe if a storm strikes, maybe if Europe is doing something, maybe if a war or coup, took place. But outside of that, nobody's really looking at these other places. And I mean just that. And that's not being disrespectful. That's being factual. If people want to be realistic, if people want to be real, nobody's looking at a lot of these other places unless something dire or detrimental and negative is happening there. That's the way that it's always been. And that's not our doing. That's not our fault. Right? So again, like I said before, if sacrifices have to be made, then sacrifices have to be made. If that means that we don't have BET, that's great. That's cool. No problem. That means that that'll give room for grassroots platforms to start popping up for other people to now, instead of all of that money just going to just one area and it's not feeding or doing anything for the community. Now that's going to give an opportunity for local people within the hood to sit up there and really boost themselves up. Maybe they have, the type of spirit to interview up and coming rap artists like the next, Little Baby, right? The next Kendrick or something like that. The next Nas, right? Next great lyricist or something like that, right? Maybe they have, the type of voice, the type of thing to actually, bring that forth. We used to actually have those people. Sway is technically one of the longest, he's from elsewhere, but he's one of the longest, running folks directly out here. But before, well, actually not even before, during that time, dealing with like rap and everything, we had a whole bunch of people, a lot of hosts that really carried a certain tone, that when they gave their stamp or their approval, it was official. We don't have that anymore. Everything is pretty much numbers, it's charts, bots, right? Nothing is actually authentic. Nothing is actually real. So if that means that it has to start from ground zero and grow back again, then so be it. It's going to be everybody else that got used to something that they didn't build, that they did not establish. It's going to be everybody else that's going to lose out, because now they don't have anywhere to run to, because their own people are not really doing anything to push them forward. Again, a lot of these folks who are from other places around the world, they have the radio waves, but they're a tight-knit group. They're a part of, like, as you want to say, that 1%. So maybe you might want to talk to your people that are on the radio to really push your music, to really push your artist. But you know how that goes. You know how they're going to go. You know how those politics are. So your chances are very slim to none that, your artist or your music or whatnot or whatever is actually going to sit up there and make it. So again, as stated before, black people are not going to miss out. If we want to hear an artist, we know where to go. We know the spots. We know other people. People know people and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, music is going to get around the same way that it's always gotten around in the black community. It's just that everybody else didn't know nothing about it. Again, as people have always stated, oh, black Americans, y'all don't have no culture. I guess people didn't see centers that tapped into and showed you something there. It didn't show you the whole 100%, but it showed you something there. And it's crazy to me that even with that movie and how big it is, right, and the numbers that it was able to do, it's interesting how that one part, which I've at least been able to see from things on TikTok, IG, X, YouTube, and so on, I've been able to see people literally snippet that clip about 2 to 3 minutes in length and put that directly out there for people to see. But, like I said, it is what it is. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. If Essence is canceled, so be it. It be like that. The people of New Orleans, they have a reason, and they have rightfully so that reason to feel the way that they feel, that their culture, their traditions are being pushed to the side in order to allow everybody else's stuff in. That's wrong to sit up there and do, especially when you're hosting it in the place, in the soul, in the spirit of that area, and you are literally telling this directly to those people out there and loud, no, we ain't doing that. So like I said, if Essence Fest is basically down for the count at this moment in time, so be it. Shout out to those out there in New Orleans who are standing 10 toes down directly for your culture, for everything that you have, the blood, sweat, and tears, everything that you are, spirit and soul and mind. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully that means that Black Americans will also stand the exact same firmness when it deals with BET. Because it's not just BET that technically needs to get a restart. I'm talking about from the ground. I'm talking about you need to remove the whole soil if you're going to put BET back up there. We need to start doing some stuff with that Zeus Network. I've been telling people that for the longest time possible. Because Zeus Network does not show anything positive when it deals with Black people. I'm just going to have to sit up there and say Black people, because a lot of those people up there are from other areas. But again, when in America, what do people do? Dress and do as the Romans do. So everybody supernaturally is Black American and Black, even though they're from other places. When you really get them amped up and they want to start really repping who it is, you'll start really seeing who it is that they are. But like I said, at this moment in time, everything dealing with Zeus, that needs to be gone. That needs to, like I said, I'm tired of seeing, in a sense, the image of Black people, because I have to put it like that, always being portrayed as something negative. It's something ratchet, something ghetto every single time. It's always a knockout, drag out. People can't even speak coherent sentences. People can't even speak completely. It's always mumbled, gibberish. Every single time they see somebody, it's on site. It's crazy. It's 100% crazy. But like I said, I keep trying to tell people the reason that a lot of people like certain stuff is because it holds Black Americans in a certain light. Zeus Network holds Black Americans in a certain light. BET, it holds Black Americans in a certain light, and so on and so on and so on. So a lot of people find comfort in how it is that Black Americans are portrayed. That's another reason why a lot of these people want these things to stay up there, because they get to sit up there and say and point, be like, aha, look at you guys. This is what you guys sit up there and do. We would never sit up there and put ourselves as Africans up there. We would never put ourselves as Caribbeans. We would never put ourselves as Jamaicans. We would never put ourselves as yada, 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 yada. Right? This is how a lot of these people want to try to, quote unquote, we are the same, but this is where the difference is, type of deal. So like I said, I don't got time. If something has to go, everything has to go. If we have to lose, everybody has to lose in order to learn a lesson. And that just has to be what it has to be. I don't care if people disagree. I just do not care. All of it needs to fall. When it falls, then we'll sit up there and figure some stuff out. We will see who everybody is. We will see who can make something from nothing and who will sit up there and leech on to those who make something from nothing. We will see. We will see. And the third option is you'll have those out there that'll stand still and they'll be looking for, some type of savior in the clouds to sit up there and save them. Like I said, we'll see what works. We'll see who moves, who stands still, and who's doing the jitterbug. We'll see what happens. But anyways, as stated before, this is SEIJIHITO, here to bring you the news on top of videos and live streams. If you happen to like anything that I stated or the videos that you were able to see directly in front of you, you know directly what to do. And if not, it be like that. And I'll catch you in the next video and or live stream. Peace out.